Good morning, my friends and families. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing good on this intercession break. We're getting ready to get our classes started, so I just wanted to give y'all a little example of what we're going to be wearing when y'all come back. So we have our protective gear, we have our face shield and our face mask, and then we have a smock. This is going to protect us, and this is what we're going to look like when the kids come back. So I want y'all to go ahead and introduce them to our attire so that they're not so scared when they see us, because I know they've seen our face in our videos. So this is what we're going to look like, and we're still the same nice people that we've always been. Okay, friends? So I'm going to go ahead and take it off, and then show y'all the video and everything. So one of the things, I just wanted to go ahead and introduce myself officially and formally. My name is Jennifer Deshotel, and I'll be the teacher in here. We're going to have some other teachers in here, but they'll introduce themselves at a later date. The kids will call me Miss Jennifer because my last name's a little bit hard to say. So just a little bit about me. I have 3 kids. I've been working with Nueces County Community Action Agency since about 2014 with a break for maternity leave. I went to college. I have my Child Development Associate credential, and I've been working with children even longer than that. So that's just a little bit about myself. If y'all have any questions about me or what I do, y'all can contact me through the agency cell phone number, which y'all all have. So I guess without further ado, I'll get started on the room. All right, so I'm gonna start over at the door and show y'all pretty much everything. That way y'all have an idea what's going on in here. All right, so when you walk in, this is our doorway. These are our cubbies. So each child has a cubby with their name on it, and that's where they're gonna have a cot sheet for their cot, a blanket, and then y'all are gonna bring them 2 Ziploc bags full of a full entire outfit. Okay, so those are gonna stay right there. That way if they have accidents, they get dirty, that's where their clothes will be, and their blankets and their personal belongings. That way they always have a spot for themselves. All right, we're also gonna have their school supplies in their cubbies. That way we're not sharing with our other friends. And then when we have outside time, we have our outdoor cart. This cart will go out with us anytime we go outside. This is called a hold-a-ring. I don't know if y'all can see it. But it basically helps the children walk through the hallway to the playground. And then they have some cones and some parachutes, some balls, some stepping stones, a lawnmower, a basketball hoop, and we have balls for the basketball hoops as well. We have our hooks for jackets, or they'll go in their cubbies. We are not going to be accepting any kind of backpacks or anything to be coming in with the children daily. All right. And then we have our music center. This is where we have all of our music out. Right now I have everything out, but I'll be putting some stuff up, because as we go throughout the day, anything that they touch, especially if they touch it with their mouth or their any kind of like bodily fluids, if they have a runny nose or they're crying or anything like that, we have to sanitize immediately. So we will be alternating and rotating toys throughout the day. Okay, so this is our seesaw. It's so fun, look. It goes up and down, up and down. So this is gonna be on our playground, but we'll be taking it out every day with us so that it doesn't get weathered or ruined. Then we have our safe place. This is our safe place. Can y'all see that? So we have a chair in our safe place where they can sit down, relax. We have different things that they can look at. We have stress balls and different sensory objects. We have My Flower Feelings, that we can talk about their feelings. On the back side, they have what that feeling is. We have jealous and happy. So we have different feelings for each feeling, okay? And then we also have our feelings chart that we go over. And I know I've done some of those in the videos. Sorry, I'm winded. That mask really winds me. This is our science center. And we have our different kinds of animals, ocean animals and insects. And then we have magnetics down here. These connect with magnetic balls, and they all connect to each other. And then magnets, and we have our colored magnifying glasses. So that just basically changes the color of what you see. And then on the top we have some puzzles of different sorts. And this one's really cool because they have a magnet right here, and you can pick up different things that are magnetic. And if it's not magnetic, it will not pick it up. And then on this side, we have our manipulatives, Math Fine Motor Center. And so these are some things that we've used in some of our videos where they pop together and they pop apart and you can mix and match them. And then we have our bears that are colors and counting. And we have puzzle matching and other different manipulative toys. Excuse me. Then we have our art center, which in our art center, we have a few things out, but most of that will be very individualized to your child. Okay, so we have construction paper, Play-Doh, which each child will have their own Play-Doh, stamps, do-a-dots, some stamp pads, and paint. And then these are our little writing center things. Welcome to Promesa, Broom B. And we'll be sanitizing, like I said, very often. These are the tables. Sorry, let me get back so you can see them. These are the tables where your children will eat. I have a chair as well that I'll be eating with your children. We eat together every time. This is our restroom. So for those that are potty training already, we have a child-sized toilet. We keep our cots in here, and each of them have their name labels already. And we have a child-sized sink, but we also have our handy-dandy step stool that your child will use to access the sink if they cannot reach. And then we teach them how to wash their hands properly. We have our washing hands posters and everything like that. And then we also have a changing table for the children who need changed their diapers. And this is where all their stuff will be labeled and individualized. And then it also has steps, so that way they can climb up there. We can pull them out, but I'm not gonna pull them out right now. We have our sensory activity center. We're not using sand this year, so I have literally sensory toys in there. Also, those will be sanitized as often as needed as well. And then we have our library center. And Max. Max is one of the only puppets we're going to be allowed to have out because of COVID restrictions, and he's going to be teacher only. But we will have times where I pull out the puppets and each child will have their own puppet, and that's their puppet all day. We always want to share, but this year we're kind of putting sharing at a minimum. And this is our Safekeeper Box. We talked a lot about our Safekeeper Box, because in our Safekeeper Box, we have our feelings charts and we have our pictures of our children so that they know that they are safe at school. And our library with many different books, which will be rotated and sanitized daily and as needed. And then we have our puppet center and soft balls, again, sanitized as needed. And then we have our construction center. We have cars and many different types of blocks, big cars, and our multicultural and diverse people that they can use to play with. All right, what else do we have in our room that we can talk about? Oh, that's right, our Pretend and Learn Center. In this center, we have a sink, a stove, an area with our babies, a high chair, a chair for the children at the table, and a refrigerator. So in this center, they can pretend to dress up, they can pretend to feed a baby. We have dishes and forks and spoons and cups, and we have pots and pans that we can use in here. Let's see, what do we have in our refrigerator, guys? That's right, we have a fruit and vegetable and other basket, and then we have our little dramatic store toys. All right, we have a lunchbox and a farm and a house and a toy box. So those are some of the things that we have in our center. I think that pretty much covers everything about the room. And so let me go ahead and give you an idea of the room size again. That's our counter, changing area. Those are our tables where we'll eat. Our library and blocks and art, dramatic, science and math and manipulative. And then our safe place. And also if a child needs to be isolated for whatever reason, they get sick, actually that's the only reason, is if they get sick, this is where they'll be. Over here we have our air purifier that stays on, and that's where our children will be if they need to be picked up or whatever. I have lots and lots of toys in this cabinet that say little Johnny puts the toys in his mouth and we need to sanitize them. So I'll be able to pull from there, and we'll have many other toys that we can rotate and be able to continue our day, because we want your kids safe. We want all of y'all to feel comfortable while your children are at school. As of right now, I am the only permanent staff in here, but we will have other staff that will be assigned to this classroom who will come in and help me, and it'll be the same staff all the time for the most part, because we want to keep your kids safe and exposed to only the minimum amount of people that they need to be exposed to. Okay, so if y'all have any questions about anything that I've showed you, any concerns about the room, I'm sorry that I was a little bit out of breath, but this is our room. This is how it'll be ran. Everybody will have their individual crayons, markers, scissors, glue, all of that fun stuff. That way we don't have many cross-contaminations. So please, please, please remember to bring your children with a two Ziploc bags with an outfit for each bag. And always, when you bring your child, make sure you bring them in closed-toed shoes. Closed toe and closed heel, because when we go outside, it's quite a walk. And I want their feet to remain safe. I know those sandals are cute for the little girls, but I do want to keep their feet safe, because we do have our doors here are a little bit hard and heavy. So if for some odd reason their feet ever get trapped under these doors, it will hurt. Also, we have pavement on the way to the playground, and these tiles are very hard. So we just want to keep your kids safe. So please, tennis shoes, closed-toed shoes, closed heel, at least having a strap. But open-toed sandals are not approved, not acceptable. So please, please, please remember to do that. Also, I have folders for each one of your children. If I ever need to send anything home, I'll probably send them that way unless they change what we're allowed to do. Okay, so like I said, if you have any questions, you know how to call me on the agency phone number. All of you have that phone number, so please let me know. Thank you.